Here in the bungalow, doing a quick video on what I did with my attic ladder and how to properly insulate it if you would like to get better energy efficiency out of your house. A huge point a lot of people overlook is the attic ladder or the access to the attic. Usually not insulated, or if it is, it's not done properly. So yeah, I did a lot of research on YouTube when I bought this attic ladder, and there's a few people that have videos on how to do it different ways. The main way I've seen was to have what they call like a casket that goes over the top. Yeah, and it just sets over top to keep most of the air out, which works, but I was trying to think of something more proficient and just that's more streamlined and does the same purpose, gets the same R value. So they were using 2-inch foam board, and that's what I used as well. So yeah, I'll show you what I did here, and hopefully you guys can do the same thing to help get better energy efficiency if this is the method you'd like to do. So what I have is an insulated attic ladder, which is not very insulated at all when you buy it. 1-inch styrofoam is what it comes with. I went ahead and put this 2-inch on. So to do that, if you're going to be lowering it 2 inches, you just need to simply raise your frame. If it's an existing ladder already in your attic, raise it 2 inches. And by doing that, you still can have your door flush, which I'm going to have sheetrock here. So it'll come out flush at 5/8 ceiling. Yep, so basically what I did was I took 2x4s, ran them across, screwed them underneath, and put a 2-inch block in the middle. And that gives you your 2-inch spacing. So yeah, you lift your door up with those, screw them in place. One there and one there. That holds it, you go up in the attic. If you don't have open access like I do right now in construction, have somebody else help you up there, and then screw it in place with your bolt around the frame. Yeah, a couple other things I did to this to make it extra energy efficient. I was just looking for weak points. Anywhere that air gets by, that's basically how this whole thing came about, was just figuring out a way to keep air out from the attic and also get some R value with foam that actually gets closer to what ceilings are supposed to have, which is R30. But yeah, what else I did was right here at the hinge is a weak point, even if you do this, because you have to keep your foam back if the door is gonna swing. That's one of the tricky parts about this process. So I'll show you that real quick. On the back, this is 1/2-inch plywood. You can use sheetrock if you really want to too, but I just like the natural wood look. So right up here, you run your foam flush with your hinge, and right there you got straight air through that hinge. I could see daylight through it, so I was going to be a weak point for air draft. And this is about a 2-inch gap here you're going to need. Yep, 2 inches. So just keep your foam flush with the hinge, and then over there it comes flush with your door. So yeah, you're going to have a gap here, but that's a 2x6, so you got plenty of R value going up there. This will just be an opening here. This is part of, if you're gonna do this method, you're gonna have a slot like that. The only way around that would be putting some kind of flexible, well, when I sheetrock it, there's a good chance we could bring the sheetrock. Well, no, it's gonna have to pivot, so that can't happen. Yeah, so you're just gonna have a slot there unless you have a flexible piece of white material. But to me, it's worth it. One slot right there. I'm gonna have wood trim around here, make it look nice to all match the door. To me, it's worth it to have a flush door with a foam insulation that comes down with the door, that you don't have to open your door and then deal with a casket laying over top, which yeah, that works. If you want a quick method, that works. This is just an alternative way. If you want to take the time, it's a little more time consuming, but it's nice to have a door all in one piece. And I've probably got an R, this is R10. Then with that, I've probably got an R, I would say roughly R15. But yeah, what I did up here at the hinge point, since that was an air leak and there was no way around it, that was the biggest weak point with this method. I put, you can get this 1 inch, 1.5 inch wide foam. They call it camper seal. And I stuck it there, right on the hinge, centered. And it folds up with the hinge. Put a piece of tape over it to help hold it on, but that kept that air seal and gives me a little R value. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Hope this video can help you guys. There's a method to putting up an attic ladder and having it actually insulated, which is very common for them not to be. Have a good one.